Okay, this the brass love one, Healer Tarot. Okay, let's just flow. We're gonna do a storyline reading. They're noisy. Aquarius. Somebody wanted their needs met. Somebody allowed someone to neglect you. You did a preview, or somebody else did a preview that you was on a battleground because somebody insisted on a prayer time with you, because whoever it was neglected you. Noisy. Okay, a time was checked, an honorable time and date was checked. Okay, you had to accept what you could not change and acknowledge your wrongs or somebody else toward you. And don't expect it from others. So we have you as achy and it varied. Okay. You wanted somebody to justify, to care with you. Okay. You was a people pleaser, or somebody else was. You had to know that your words had power. Okay. We got number 5. God's number of grace. Or you might have been 5 years old, or whatever this is. Let's just fill up. Okay, you was going to be that runner and put your all in, or somebody else was, to make something happen. Whoa, sorry about that. Okay, you was a conscious thinker, or somebody else was, and spilling it won't only help you or this person. This is from when you small, okay? Because this goes with Aquarius, Capricorn, the sign of Leo, and the sign of Cancer, okay? Okay, you had to express all needed. In any area in your life for somebody else to get sky high, you or somebody. So in this storyline, you are a little child, a little person, right? You got grown-ups around you some kind of way, siblings, friends, or whoever these people are. Okay, you said you can't do it. You had brown eyes, so you wasn't, or somebody else said they can't do it, but you was around a group of people with devilish people, sinful people. You was going to respect yourself. Only. So you can't do it, you won't do it, no, or anything like that. People who's in the wonderland of the lost souls. Devilish people. Okay, here, this card. I saw it and I ignored it and God brought it back. Somebody was looking for their money and their keys to serve a female, to serve her. Unless it was a man. Okay. Some kind of way, somebody, you was dealing with a box. Somebody boxed you in, put you in a box, put you in a room. Or somebody felt boxed in, or somebody going to jail, or somebody went to jail, or whatever this is. Okay? You a child, so I'm flowing that way. Somebody had to make the necessary changes and play ball with their life in the best ways. Okay? Somebody felt they did the good, well done, that they were so smart as far as doing something as far as you. So So we have somebody wanted to get to the melting pot. Come on, let's get to the melting pot. Let's make a better life. So we have that. You're supposed to speak to the millions. God's words. Follow me. But it was going to be a recovery for a brighter future for you. Because you was neglected with the first card. Follow me. So it says live the best life by getting healed. You had to get healed as an adult because you was neglected as a child. So we have right here that I'm still beautiful. You had to see that you're still beautiful. You must not forget that, or handsome, whoever you are. You must get past this and continue your life. Any neglect from when you was young. Because we have right here that somebody was looking at you as a child and saw that you was a go-getter, or they was trying to see if you was a wildcat, somebody that they could take advantage of. Because they was looking at what was ahead. Follow me? So we have that you have to stop letting the world talk for you and start talking for yourself now in your life, right now as an adult. Getting back to what God created you to be in life, intended you to be. So God intended you to be a certain kind of way, but when you was young, you was neglected. And you getting back to what God, you had to heal to get to where God wants you to be in life. God intended you to be. Okay, so we have, you had to go full force to get yourself healed. Go on and grow your business, God says, because somebody else was trying to go on and grow their business and make something happen. But God telling you to do it. Because somebody was trying to tear you down as a child and able to build themselves up, whoever it was. You was wondering if you could trust somebody, whoever it was, but God said with this card, you couldn't trust whoever this is growing up or now, whoever this is. But God told you don't hurt nobody. But daily life make people rethink of things that they needed to change and things they need to seek in their life that they have forgotten in their life. Okay? So we're going to take some more. So you intellectual right now. Somebody was teasing you. You intellectual, or you was intellectual as a child, but somebody was teasing, picking, talking down to you like you was nobody. But somebody need to apologize to you because somebody treated you bad when you was growing up, or even now. Because somebody felt when you was young that they was restricted and they had no way out, or even now, somebody. So somebody moved fast on something when you was young and did something to you, or as an adult. Because somebody needed you to feed him or her, whoever this is. They needed money from you and able to be fed. They needed you to get money. They needed you to eat, or even right now, getting upset with you as a child or even as an adult. So we had a life card. So what is the price of a life? So when you was young, some kind of way, God, your life was in jeopardy as a child. Because you was on a battlefield with somebody who was neglecting you, and as an adult, what is life to you? And God wants you to value your life, save yourself no matter what as an adult. But back then when you was young, somebody else was trying to save themselves no matter what, because they're thinking about money, gold, right? That's money when you was young, and now it's somebody in your adult life that's worrying about money because they have to deal with a biller. They owe money. So God says you are on your path right now in your life, right? As an adult, go forward. Because God says you got a focus point, right? Because you are that butterfly. Okay? So you see it clear as possible. Or back then when you was young, something was saw clear as possible by you or by some adult. Here we go again with it. Something repeated when you was young, negative, or as an adult. So we have that you had to be strong for the best outcome when you was young, because you was just holding on for life when you was young, because you was a child. You was holding on, trying to hold on, but you was on the battlefield dealing with people who was neglecting you. Okay? When you was younger, you had to have the power of your mind, or you had power, and somebody saw that you had power of the mind, or as an adult, you had to have the power of your mind. I'm happy with my life no matter my color. So some kind of way somebody had a problem with your color is a child for some reason. But they need to see what was troubling them. This is a racial card. As an adult, somebody still have a problem with your color. So we're dealing with a group of people. When you was young, you had a group of people you was hooked to, whoever it was, your family members or whoever these people are. Family members, hospital, neighbors, whoever it may be. Follow me? As an adult, some kind of way, some group of people, whoever it is, got a problem. Whoever it is might have a problem. Well, they might don't. It might just be one main person right there, but you want equal and fair. I'm sorry, you want an even cash flow. So some kind of way, some group of people that was hooked to you back then, when you was a child, wanted an equal cash flow. They wanted money to keep flowing in. Whoever it is. Family, friends, doctors, neighbors, teachers, whoever this was. They wanted money to keep flowing in equal. Over here, as an adult, you're dealing with somebody you know that's part of a group who want a equal cash flow. Where somebody sitting down at the table discussing things, what city they live in, when you was young back then, or now. Because you was nervous at a place when you was young, or as an adult. Okay, you have a choice here. You had to stand up against abuse. So when you was a little child, your parents or whoever was in charge as a grown-up needed to stand up against abuse against you. Or if you could talk good enough, you could say something to an adult. Or as an adult, a grown-up, you had to stand up against abuse. Sorry about that. Let me turn this down so I won't hear. Okay, it says, yes, you are getting a reading from the Brass Love 1, Healer Tarot. So we have that you did well. So some kind of way, when you was little, you might have stood up against abuse and told on somebody who was mistreating you maybe. Or when you're adult, some kind of way, God saying you did well because you stood up against abuse and you healed yourself. Where you no longer gonna deal with any kind of abuse. Okay. Next one is somebody was scaling things out for a rosy summer, whatever season back then when you was young. They were scaling things out, trying to get money together, or whatever they was trying to do. A group of people when you was young. Okay. Being an adult, some kind of way, somebody was scaling things out still for a certain season, whatever it was. So this is really a merge card, but we can take it to a job, but really it's a merge card, right? So I can make it something big, but it's really a merge card, so I can make it a certain job. Like if you want to be a nurse all your life, we can make it full bloom. You want to be a nurse. That's the only career you want. If you want to own a home in your life, anything like that, and you want to, that's special to you. But it's really a merge card. Follow me? So let's just flow. When you was young, some kind of way, somebody picked the one for full bloom. So somebody picked you, or you pick somebody. As an adult, you picking something for full bloom. If it's not marriage, it's something else special to you. Whatever it is. A career, whatever it is. when you was young, where's yours? Somebody was, stop it right now. Somebody's grabbing on you some kind of way. And that focus was talking about money or grabbing on you because it's trying to get money or anything as far as money. You was a child though, so you didn't have any money yourself, but some kind of way somebody was dealing with money as far as you as a child. As an adult, maybe somebody is trying to borrow money from you, get money from you, or whatever it is, where you saying where's yours, or anything like that. So we got somebody when you was young that was a monster and who was corny to you as a child and as an adult. Like, we'll turn the heat off. It's not doing any good. It feels like none at all. I had to say that. Okay, let's just flow. I think I'm just too close to the window. Okay, let's just see. What is that? Okay, I'm going to do another one on here. So we have universe. Another one. So the programming card, it was programming. That mean a bunch of rules was going on when you was young or right now in your life. A bunch of rules, programming, people dictating and saying what it's going to be, what it ain't going to be, anything like that. I saw the card, but I moved too fast. I wonder who I look like. Why did my mother give me up? So we got somebody's mother who gave them up. I wonder who I look like or who I act like. Why did my mother give me up? Your mother gave you up. If your mother didn't actually give you up, your mother gave up on you and just wasn't there for you if she didn't give you up. Okay? Be noisy, bear with me. Okay? You was really trying to express yourself when you was young. Trying your best to escape when you was young. When you was young, it was dormant behavior. Okay, we have right here somebody's following you. Okay, to gain is to lose what needed to go. In order for you to gain, you needed to get away from somewhere, some people, or your parent. In order for your parent to gain, your parent gave you away. Or anything like that because they wanted to lose what needed to go or anything like that. Or somebody else in your family. Here we got a mama and then we got the daddy. Daddy didn't show me love. Daddy didn't show me love. That I never knew my father deep down, or you never knew your father at all. So we got a daddy and a mother card here. Okay, during the winter time. No more base conditions as far as growing money. So we got some kind of way. Somebody was getting money one way, but then they decided to make money another way. Okay. Somebody wanted somebody to be strictly theirs, and they decide. The other person said, "What you going to do about it?" So they're just going to bend a little and gently close the door on it. Somebody might have gave a child away. Somebody was seeing their potential, that they had lots of life to live. One person wanted loyal out the other, and they was going to fix what they could fix and throw away the scraps. Because unfortunately, the person was dealing with a she-bear, a woman in charge. So the mother was wasn't emotionally available to the child, to you. What do mother love even feel like? Okay, we got mother. That's all mother right there. That's all the parent, your mother. So if your mother was there, she wasn't emotionally available. So we got the Cappy, because the Capricorn is definitely part of this storyline. Cappy, Aquarius, the sign of Leo, and the sign of Cancer. Okay. Stop the loss of children if you can in any way. Adoption. Murder. Abuse, whatever way children are lost. Sickness. Them being stolen and given to another parent, or whatever's going on. Or people trying to make money off the kids, or whatever they're doing. Somebody move fast on it. Or need to move fast on it to stop the loss of children and leave destruction behind. Because somebody had a healing path. So we might have a child that was stolen. If not stolen, just given away. But the child got a healing path. This person need to leave destruction behind. Instead, they need to help save children and not do destructive things. Because we got a man who's keeping his options open, or a woman, a mother or a father. So they might have gave their child away for money or whatever's going on here. Or adopted, or whatever this is. I'm trying to figure this out a little bit. So, needed to dig deep to ask yourself why you settled for less. So we got parent, husband, wife, or whoever this is, husband, or just the father or the mother. Why did the mother settle for less and take a man that didn't want a child? Or why the man settled for less and take a lady who didn't want a child, or a lady who stole a child, or whatever this is. Allow life to follow you to the best places. Be essential by coping. Because we got a leader here. It was a leader who had a bunch of negative talk toward the child. They didn't even like me. So you was a blessing, but they didn't even like you. A group of people, your parents, or whoever this is, you was with. Okay, but God said you're a wonderful conqueror. Okay, you're dealing with a Judas. Okay, so we have somebody was on tender and sissified, but you was gonna be moving to rougher matters. So we got the number 18. Something could happen when you was 18, when you was 8, when you was 9, when you was 1. We got 81. Parent could be 81 years old. You was trying to avoid somebody strip searching, or they was trying to avoid money being taken from them, or the parent was trying to avoid money being taken from them. If they adopted you, they was trying to hold on to you for money. If it was like or we got somebody who was taking off the clothes to molest, or whatever this is. So we had somebody who was dangerous love, who was a Pied Piper, had a lot going on. That would be a man, a father, or somebody. Because somebody wanted to wash their hands on an African American. That would be on the child. So we have number 15, number 6. Okay, we got Aquarius. Because we got Aquarius in the storyline, so we got Aquarius. So we got Aquarius. You might have a son. You might have a son that's Aquarius. Or you might act like an Aquarius. Or the parent might be an Aquarius. Or the parent might be a son of Aquarius. Anything like that. So somebody proud of their son. Let's flow. People don't own the earth. It was programming agencies and stuff like that. Hospitals, agencies, adoption agencies, and all kind of agencies maybe. It was dormant behavior. that the parent was holding on to, because it's supposed to be you as a child, somebody. So let's explore religion and its effects that it left on you. Am I simply a follower or a true believer in a faith, or a bunch of rules that people dictate and tell you you have to have, like agencies or whatever, or the church? Got to try harder in love or business and accept it. You had to accept it now as a grown-up. All of this could be you as a grown-up, or whoever your parents was back then, because somebody was blaming it on adoption, because adoption can sometimes be a monster. So somebody who was your parent was adopted, and they was a monster to you, or you was adopted and it was a monster to you because it was neglecting and you wasn't treated right by whoever you was given to. Anything like that. So we had to do some soul searching as a grown up and check yourself. But as a child, your parents or whoever was in charge need to do soul searching and check themselves, and not let agencies and religion dictate if they keep their child or not, because it might have been back then, if you ain't married, you can't have your child, or whatever the stuff was going on. I don't know. Okay, somebody wanted you to yield for a second, or want you to yield for a second, or back then. We got number 1, 16, number 7, number 6. Let me see how much time on here. I'm going to end it. Okay, I think there's a lot more on there. Let's see. Okay, somebody changed their mind about a female when you was young, or maybe in your life today. Somebody gonna change their mind about you, but back then when you was young, somebody changed their mind about a female, whoever it was, right? Because you was a child back then. We got another race card, so somebody had a problem with race back then. Race is always going to be here. Somebody need to get a grip. So we dealing with maybe the adoption agencies, or anybody, some kind of agencies maybe, with race. Or it's the parents, whoever this is, right? And right now in today's time, I guess it's the same thing. Somebody got a problem with the race. Somebody was promiscuous and needed to start taking care of themselves back then. A woman, whoever she was. So, okay. But over here, somebody need to take care of themselves and stop being promiscuous in somebody you know, or whoever this is in the present time. So we have, back then I'm bruised, but I'm still me inside. You're going to be calm in yourself to be, let me say it right. You're going to be calm. Or when you was young, somebody tried to make you promiscuous, or was promiscuous with you. So we talking about a child now, right? So we have right here, you bruised, because I'm going with this card, you bruised, but you still you inside. You're going to be calm in yourself and conquer this thing as a child. Follow me? Okay, so we have, let's just flow. You had to sow a seed out of your pain and just do some good things and think some good thoughts out of the pain that you felt as a child. And beware of the Lord thinker, because it was a Lord thinker back then who lured you and did whatever to you. We got some numbers. You could have been 7, 6, or whatever this is, or 1 year old, or whatever that is, right? You was absorbing to see if this person was genuine with whatever this person was saying, maybe. You wanted to be treated equal and fair. Follow me? Well, this card is a grown-up card from back then. Whoever wanted to be treated equal and fair, or in your adult life now. It was activity. It was activity going on, right? So let's say the phone was locked. So it wasn't any cell phones, but so far back, it wasn't any cell phones, right? So let's say that it wasn't no telephone, or the phone was off, or it wasn't any telephones at the time, or phones just was off, or whatever was going on with the phone, right? No phone contact, but it was activity going on at the house where you was at. You had to move away from any situation as a child. When you start to really feel the real you is going to come out and complain or say something, or whoever these people are, or right now in your life. Or right now in your life is some kind of activity on somebody's cell phone or yours or something like that. But the phone is locked, turned off, or whatever's going on. Don't have a signal. But back then, you had to save your energy for the future. Okay, you was gonna, somebody back then when you was young wanted to fulfill their adventure and do what they wanted to do. And get that copyright, get something sealed, a sealed deal, maybe adopt you, get money, or whatever they're trying to do back then when you was young. Make something theirs, get something in print, or even right now to today. Or you, right? Today. You was coping, you was isolated. You was isolated. And you was, had a coping mechanism. You was isolated. Somebody had you isolated, or whatever was going on here. Or somebody, or you in the present is isolated for a coping mechanism. Following evidence shows that you was going to keep picking yourself off of the floor or the ground if something didn't change. But you was a child back then, so evidence showed that things was going to keep happening to you if something didn't change in this household or wherever you was at, or with somebody you know in the present, or you in the present. Follow me? So we have 15 hugs won't be enough. Caress me so tight. So back here with a grown-up, so whoever this is, maybe somebody wanted affection from their spouse or whatever, and they wasn't getting it, so they was doing something to you as a child. Or maybe you just wanted love from your parents or your siblings or whoever when you was young and you wasn't getting it. Over here, maybe somebody want this from you in the present, or you want that in the present. Somebody might have said back then when you was young that they would help you, and they moved on it. Asked you, did you need any help? Or you asked whoever, did they need any help, or however it might have went, and you moved on it, or they moved on it. In the present, somebody might ask you, do you need any help? And they might move on and endure it, or you might ask somebody for some help. Follow me? You had to accept defeat when you was young, because nothing you could do about it, and just adapt to whatever was happening to you. Somebody trying to make you promiscuous, or whatever it was back then, or right now in your life. Okay, it's evident that it was all about money back then. Having money, getting money, keeping money, or anything as far as money, keeping money in a household or anything like that. Or now in your life. Because back then, somebody thought that's better than you anyway when you was a child. Or right now in your life. Because something happened on a weekend, whatever weekend it was when you was young. Different people saw it. Or right now in your life, something happened since you've been an adult and different people saw it. Okay, you was living an abstract way of living, but you needed to bloom into the flower that you really are, but you couldn't because you was being stopped, you was being neglected, you was being mistreated, you was being abused when you was young. But right now, you are that flower, and you live in an abstract way of living. You was dealing with the big boys when you was young. The big boys is parents, doctors, teachers, anybody, cops, whoever in charge. That's men. When you was little, whoever, agencies or whoever it was, I don't know. You was an antelope though to whoever these people was or person when you was young. Or your parents was, somebody was dealing with them. Right now in your life, somebody you know dealing with the big boys was you. Back then, some man, whoever it was asking some kind of way, concerned about what you was eating. What you was eating, trying to control your eating, or what you was eating. Control what you ate, or was something about your eating when you were young. Trying to control your eating, what you eat. So we have being an adult, somebody might talk to you about what you eat. From a doctor to whoever it might be, because eating a certain kind of way. Follow me? You eat a certain kind of way, or you need to eat a certain kind of way right now. Get what I'm saying? Healthier. Okay, so let's just flow. Okay, is this it, universe? Okay, one more. Number 4, you could have been 4 years old when something happened. It was a lapse in work back then when you was young, or during this time period in the present, a lapse in work, or cops. Because a man needed to plant more back then. Your father, some man figure, whoever he was, or in your life right now. That means bring in more money, love, attention, time, whatever the person need to bring in. Somebody need to filter their ways, because somebody was gift seeking when you was young, trying to get from you because you are the child. Or if it's the grown up that's trying to gift seek from somebody else. Or when you're grown up, somebody's still trying to gift seek from you. Follow me? Somebody who need to plant more, who need to actually give you instead of trying to get from you. Follow me? If it's the present. So let's just flow. You was around a place with glass doors, a sinful place. So from back then when you was little, it could have been a hospital. Not too many places when you're young. The hospital or the courthouse, adoption agency, or whatever it might have been when you was young. In the present, it could be all kind of places, from treatment, rehab, church. What all places, retail stores, whatever it is, all them places have. Okay, because it was seed time, and that was a sure thing. Some kind of money was coming for you. Court, whatever this is. Or over here in the present, it's seed time for you still. And the big boys could be lawyers, judges, all of them people. So this could stand for you was adored back then when you was young by somebody who was a lecturer, a speaker, a doctor, a teacher, a judge, whoever it is, a pastor, whoever it is, I don't know. Could be your father. I don't know who it is when you're young. I don't know who it was. But over here as an adult, it's somebody, whoever it is. You adored or the person adored you. Take it however it goes, okay? That's it. Okay, about that. You got a lot of feelings you wanted to express when you was little, but you was a little girl. But as a grown up, you had a lot and you did it. Do you expressing, I feel, right? You had to bend a little, bend forward on things, because you was a caterpillar when you was a little. But as an adult, you bent forward on things and you became that butterfly, remember? Mention us. So when you little, you was the light. So I'm going to mention all the children who was young, who was abused and neglected by their parents, given away, adopted, neglected, molested, or whatever happened to children back then, tortured or whatever. This would be them. Mention us, the brass loved one. Mention us, who was mistreated, Mr. Brass loved one. Okay? So over here, as an adult, you are the light. Still, right? Mention us. It still would be children that is of today, since you are an adult. See, when you was little was one thing, but now we got a whole nother set of kids, because you're grown up now, and then we got a whole nother set of kids that need to be mentioned because they was in the same boat you was. Get my drift, okay? Somebody going to jail though. I see the jail card. So we have right here that if it hurts, you needed to voice it. So you as a child, you might have said something about because you was achy and it varied, and you might have told your mother, told somebody. Strong, tough, beautiful, and know when to make the right moves. Because you was beautiful and you had to know when to make the right move. So you told your mother or told somebody something happened to you. You might have talked to a lecturer, a teacher, somebody, whoever. You might have talked to somebody. You might have told somebody that somebody was hurting you or whatever. You wanted to express and you let it out because you was a caterpillar here, right? And you had to know when to make the right move. So you might have told a teacher or somebody that somebody home was hurting you or whatever you might have told. You said something maybe. If it hurts, you got to voice it. And it hurt because you was achy and it varies, it says, right? And in your life right now, you're going to be strong and you beautiful and you rough and you tough. And you know when to make the right moves. And if it hurts, you're going to voice that thing. Well, you was going to voice it. Okay, let's just flow. Okay, it was tension when you was young. You had to enjoy the life that God continues to give you and be happy again because of you being abused. Over here, the same thing as an adult. Because somebody was in there. You was in the house when you was young, whatever house you lived in with your parents. Right? But somebody went to jail some kind of way when you was young. Somebody, whoever it is. And you're present. Some kind of way, somebody you dealing with living in a house that they consider a special house that they love, but somebody going to jail that live in the house. Okay? So it says right here, it was hitting feelings that you was feeling like, or some grown-ups you was living with when you was young. Whoever it was. That you needed to just say, or they needed to say, but you did some expressing appeal to a counselor, a teacher, somebody, a doctor, or somebody you adored, somebody you trusted somewhat. Because somebody had a weakness for lovemaking, right? So we have over here, somebody didn't have somebody had a weakness for had a weakness for lovemaking that you know, right? But over here, somebody didn't care about you over here as an adult. But over here as a child, somebody had a weakness for lovemaking and was molesting you. And somebody had a weakness because they just didn't care about you. They had a lack of love on both ends. Because when you're young, people was picking people in the order of an agency. In the order of, we're dealing with some kind of agency, whoever it is, picking certain kind of people by color, size, age, or whatever it is, going boy, girl, or whatever. Follow me? And over here, it's the same thing. Jail would be like that because they pick certain people. It's a picking card. Okay? By the crime or whatever they be going off of, man, woman, or whatever. Okay, somebody tried to cheapen your life as a child. Actually cheapen your life. Cheapen your life. This a killing card though. Somebody tried to. If they could, they would have killed you. If they could. As a child. If they could. They would have did it. But they cheapened your life and act like you wasn't worth anything. Follow me? Over here, somebody cheapened your life too and tried to kill you or wanted to kill you. Anything, because the cheapening of life is really a death card. Somebody tried to kill you some kind of way. Follow me? So we have, that's in the present. This is when you was a child. Follow me? Capricorn, Leo, Cancer, and the sign of Aquarius. I lost the other one. I mean, I didn't lose the other one. The first one I did, I had to take a lot of videos off back then because there were so many on there. And my first number 1 is off. I don't even know what it is. I know a little bit about it. Wait a minute. Okay, we back. Yeah, I had the number 1 video. That's gone. I know a little bit about it, but I don't have it on my computer. That one was a powerful video. It goes with this too, but the card's just not coming out the way it was then. But when you was little, you was gonna be fearless, and you was talking to God. God, speak to me and lead me to my path. So you was talking to God as a child. You was talking inside your little mind or whatever. Follow me? And as an adult, you was going to be fearless, and you was going to still talk to God. So these people, your parents, your adopted parents, real parents, or whoever these people is, they didn't strip God from you, because you always kept God. You didn't let God die. You kept God. You didn't give up on God. So we got parents. Why did your parents walk away? Parents walked away. Parents gave you away. Gave you away. They walked away. They gave you away to a group of people. Well, you ever know who born you? Well, over here, you're dealing with somebody who is a parent and they walking away, or they got a child that's not their child, and the child want to know who born the child, or they want to know who their parent is. Will they ever know who their parent is? But over here, this would be you as a child. Whoa. Okay, you're an angel, and you're going to peek through the peephole, and the peephole would be your mind as a child. Follow me? Over here, some kind of way. As an adult, some kind of way, you might peek out of the window, the door, whatever it might be. And God gonna have an angel there for you, or you are somebody's angel. Take it however it goes. Okay, when you was a little, something was extraordinary that came your way when you was little, and you needed to return it back to the sender. You didn't want whatever that was. Or when you was a little, somebody looked at you as extraordinary, different, or whatever, and they didn't want you, and they returned it back to the sender. They gave you away maybe, or whatever, if we can take it that way. Or over here, somebody coming your way, something extraordinary, and you're going to return it back to the sender if it's something negative or whatever. As a child, whoever your parents is, or whoever raised you, or whoever, somebody, or your parents who gave you away, or whatever this is, wanted to save some money. They might like the color silver. Do you love your wife? So this is a stepping out card. So we have somebody who might have stepped out on their person. Do you love your wife? This is a stepping out card. When you're young, some kind of way, maybe whoever your parent is stepped out on the other parent. And you could have got given away because you was the child of another woman or whatever's going on here. Or however it's going. Get what I'm saying? Maybe one of your parents is your parent, but the other parent ain't your parent. Or neither one of the parents you got is your parents. It's a stepping out card. Okay, over here. We got over here somebody you know. Or you. Somebody you know. Or you. Either you married to somebody and they stepping out on you. Or stepped out on you. Or somebody who's married stepped out with you. Get my drift. So we have your loved one would not want you depressed. Start to live your life again if you're not living your life. Okay, as an adult. Okay. Because something went to the extreme when you was a child. Where you were saying no, I won't, I can't, or whatever. Or pushing away or whatever you was doing. It was to the extreme though. What happened to you? As an adult, something went to the extreme as far as you. Somebody did something to you, came against you. You said no, or they knew you was going to say no, or they didn't give you a chance to say no, or whatever this is. But it was to the extreme, to destroy you, to hurt you, or whatever. Okay, we have right here that you exist for a bigger reason than what these people thought, or what you thought when you was little. Because God had plans for you. And you was going to be ready to be guided to your path once you was able to get in the right position. You wasn't in the right position here as an adult. You existed for a bigger reason. And these people know it. And these people trying to stop you from getting to where you need to get to. And you on your path. So you had to be the chairperson of your own life, but you couldn't be because you was a child at the time. So somebody went in here first and was the chairperson for you and was speaking for you, and what all they was doing as a child, mother, father, whoever it was. Over here as an adult, you're going to be the chairperson of your own life because you're an adult. You're not going to go in here first. You're going to think like you need to and then take action. Or somebody did that against you and went to the extreme to do what they wanted to do to try to stop you from being, from getting on your path, being on your path, or being who God wanted you to be, because you exist for a bigger reason. You don't exist just to sit here and eat no chicken and go out to clubs like people seem to think that's what life is about. And sleeping with ladies and men, that's not what life is about. Okay? You still have to, release your loved one. So we got a loved one you got to release. You are still here. Enjoy your life. So we got a loved one you got to release. You are still here. And over here, release your loved one. You are still here. So back when you was little, some kind of way, you lost a loved one. When you was little, that you needed to release because you was little and you just had to release the loved one, whoever that was, or your actual mother, I guess. Whoever it was gave you away, you had to release that person because you was taken away, given away, sold, or whatever happened here, or your parent died, or whatever's going on there. When you was little, though. And over here, as an adult, some kind of way you had to release a loved one or somebody you know. You're still here. Not when you're little. So I'm going to end this one right here. But I'm going to do another one. And it's the other two that I'm going to put on that I did back in 2022. The first one is missing, so that means I took it off because I had a lot I had to take off my computer. But it's 2 other ones, part 2 and 3. I'm going to put them on. But I needed to have some videos in front of it to lead up to the end, okay? So I'm going to end this and put another one on.